Okay, today we're gonna do something different. I just came back from seeing Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom and felt like talking about it. Before we get started, I feel like I need to mention this is a spoiler tag. I'm not a movie critic, so without talking about what happened, I have no clue what to talk about. Since I'm still working on a webcam, I'm gonna have my little crusader do all the movie. So the movie starts as the director suggested, with a volcano eruption. You see it on the news. There's this debate with Jeff Goldblum about whether to save the dinosaurs or not. Dino activists, yeah, there's people going on the street with Save the Dinosaurs banners. I feel like they implemented the dinosaur idea into today's times pretty well, because I'm 99% sure that's what people would do today if something like this happened. In the end, the government decides not to save them, describing the eruption as an act of God and deeming all dino activity illegal. Then we are reintroduced to Claire from the previous movie, being a hardcore dino activist. She is contacted by Benjamin Lockwood, John Hammond's partner and the co-founder of the Dino Recreation Project, or something. Arriving at the mansion, we are introduced to Mills. Apparently Lockwood wanted someone who could invest his fortune and transport the dinos into a sanctuary, because he's too old. Lockwood also has a granddaughter called Macy, but we'll get to her later. Mills tells Claire that along the other species he wants to save, he needs Blue, the raptor in particular. Seeing how Owen Grady is the only one who can reach Blue, she goes to get him. In the end, he is convinced and goes along the ride. I forgot to mention that two other characters join the expedition. Zaya, a pretty funny dino activist who's good at dino surgery, we'll get to that later, and Franklin, a nerd who's good with computers. Once they get to the island, they see that they have established a base, ready to transport our living fossils. One Brachiosaurus seen later, they get to a place that can track down every chip that the dinosaurs have implanted in them. They manage to find Blue, and Owen and Zaya go to find her, while Claire and Franklin stay at the computer. Finding Blue, Owen gets a hiccup toothless moment. Almost anyway, being interrupted by General Asshole, tranquilizing Blue out of nowhere and doing the same to Owen. They take Zaya with them back on the ship along with Blue, locking up Franklin and Claire in the computer room while the volcano is exploding, and leaving Owen there to be melted by lava. At this point, you can probably tell that all of this was massive bullshit, and instead of saving the dinos, they're basically selling them as slaves. Now the team must reunite and save the day. Meanwhile, Macy, the granddaughter we mentioned before, sneaks into Mill's secret lab and finds the Indoraptor. And I swear to God, the introduction of this thing is straight out of a horror movie. Macy tries to hide and slowly backs up to a dark corner. Out of the corner emerges a pitch-black, razor-sharp claw that is behind bars. At this point I was expecting Macy to be both scarred physically and mentally, but no, the Indoraptor just gently touches her ponytail. She freaks the fuck out, is found by Mills, and is locked into her room. Meanwhile, our heroes manage to get onto the boat without being caught. Zaya informs them that Blue is badly wounded and needs blood from another carnivore. Owen and Claire think that the best solution is try to take blood samples from a T-Rex. What could go wrong? 1 near death scene later, Blue is all good, the ship arrives at its black marketing destination, and Owen and Claire manage to sneak away, later being caught, while Franklin is mistaken for a sailor and is put into duty. During all of this, Lockwood finds out about Mills' plans, confronts him, but forgets he is a dying old man and Mills is a capable, middle-aged one, so he gets suffocated with a pillow. Macy manages to sneak away from the room and finds him dead. Owen and Claire are now trapped into a cage with no escape, until using the powers of plot, Owen finds a Pachycephalosaurus and gets him to smash them out of the cage while the dino auction is going on. Owen and Claire meet up with Macy, sneak up to a window and watch as the Indoraptor is presented. To stop all this, Owen sends the free Packy to tear up the place, and he delivers. You can see businessmen flying all over the place as the Packy tosses them around like ragdolls. Everyone flees the place while General Asshole enters, facing the Indoraptor. He tries to tranquilize him, but the Indoraptor outsmarts him and bites his hand off and then feasts on his flesh. A few monster kills later, our 3 family members find themselves trapped with the Indoraptor. The chase scene is so good I'm not gonna describe it and force you to watch the movie. Meanwhile the chase, Blue jumps to the rescue and one fight scene later manages to impale the Indoraptor onto a Triceratops skull. After this epic defeat, the heroes find out that the dinos are trapped with toxic gas and are gonna die. Claire wants to save them but doesn't, so Macy will have to take the mantle of the one that doomed mankind and releases the dinos into the world. And that concludes our story. How did I think it was? Good. Would I watch it again? Yeah. Do I recommend it? Totally. Well, that has been all for today. Sorry for the lack of videos. I'll try to get off my ass and get shit done. Well, I have been Lex, and remember,
we will take Jerusalem!